Can you sell life insurance with a 9-to-5 job? I tell you, a lot of people will ask this question. I have a job. Is it possible to start a career and be successful selling life insurance while I still have my 9-to-5 job? It's a great question. I'll tell you, we have helped a lot of agents with a 9-to-5 job, right? Maybe it's not always 9-to-5, but with a regular job, become successful selling life insurance part-time. There's a lot of people out there that will tell you, hey, you need to burn the boats, you need to just go all in, quit your job, and go sell life insurance. And, while that may be true for some, I think for a lot of people, you need to really think through, is that the right way to go about it? Everybody's at a different stage in life. And so it's really not just for life insurance, it's starting any business. You have to understand, if you're an independent life insurance agent, and that's who we support, independent life insurance agents that are looking to build a business, that are looking to shift and build a career. And yes, it may be great ideally to jump in and do it full time. But if you have a family, if you have a lifestyle to support, and you have bills and all of these things, and you just jump in and burn the boats and go all in, oftentimes, unless you have a lot of reserves, your lifestyle will eat you alive before you have the opportunity to learn the business, and not just be licensed, but learn the ins and outs, learn the skill sets required to be successful. And, obviously you can shorten that curve to being successful by following a proven process, which I highly recommend you do if you're just getting started, is follow some process where people have already had success. But even still, if you get started selling life insurance, let's say you have a great month and you get started and you start selling some policies, and let's say you make $5,000 a month. Well, if you're full-time and you quit your day job and your expenses are $8,000 a month and you just made $5,000, even though that's a great start, you're going to feel like you're drowning because you need to make $8,000 in order to pay your bills. And so even though making $5,000 is great, you're $3,000 short. And so you end up putting pressure on your business and pressure on the process. And the most important thing to being successful, and when you start a business or as an independent agent, is not quitting, staying in the game. And so one of the advantages that you have when you start part-time, if you have a 9-to-5 job, whatever your hours are, if you have a job that pays your bills, now you can go out right in the 5 to 9, right? Let your 9-to-5 pay your bills, but the 5 to 9, after you get done with your day job, you can go to work on building your business, and you can allow yourself the time to develop a skill set, to get good at this, to start making money. Imagine if you go out and you make $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, and you don't actually need it because you have your day job to pay your bills. What does that allow you to do? It allows you to save. Right? It allows you, while you're developing a skill set, to actually reinvest in your business, to actually save money. And so now you fast forward, and maybe you do that part-time for a year, right? Maybe 2 years. I don't know your situation. But fast forward, and you allow yourself to stay in the game, to develop the skills, to reinvest in your business, to continue to scale. And that's one of the biggest challenges. A lot of times people don't reinvest. You know why? Because of their lifestyle. But if your day job is paying you, right? If you're able to, in your day job, pay your bills, then as you make money in your business, you can continue to reinvest, continue to scale up, but then actually get to a point that you're saving money. Right? What if you actually get to a point that you make as much in your business as you do in your day job? How much money could you save? If you keep your lifestyle the same, could you save a bunch of money? The answer, of course, is yes, right? Could you get out of debt? Yes, right? You could do a whole lot of things And then you can get to a point that you say, you know what? I am now going to go all in and burn the boats. There always becomes a moment, if this is your career path, any business you're building, okay, hey, I'm going to go all in. But you don't have to do that in the very beginning. I will tell you, if you don't have what it takes to make sales part-time, you're probably not going to have what it takes, to be honest with you, to go at it full-time. And that may not be what you want to hear, but oftentimes people say, well, I can't do it. Maybe there's certain rare situations, but I will tell you, I have seen lots of people with all different types of day jobs, if you will, that have been successful doing this part-time. You can be successful. Believe it or not, we will have an agent partner this year that will go over $250,000 of income and still does it part-time, still has a day job, right? Because he just continued to get better and better and better and better and better and make more and more money. Now, that's an extreme example, but many people, right, I've seen create substantial incomes, whether that's $50,000, $60,000, right? Some even $100,000 plus a year, and they're actually not even full-time. And they've kept their day job or their traditional business. So it can be done, right? That's the question we're answering. Can you sell life insurance while you have a 9-to-5 job? And the answer is absolutely yes, right? Don't use your day job as an excuse, right? If you want more, then you're going to have to sacrifice. That's just the nature of doing anything, right, where you want to accomplish something new. Is it going to be difficult? Of course it will be. Of course it will be difficult because you're going to have to change your habits and change your behavior. I started in this industry part-time, right? I was part-time for almost the entire first year that I was doing this. I was doing other things to create consistent cash flow so that I could continue to learn and get better at the business, because it was a process of learning. And it is for many, many people. And so can you jump it and go all in? Absolutely. I have people been successful doing that, sure. But I will tell you, most often, if you have a family, if you have expenses and you have a way to pay your bills now, then go out and create a side hustle, get licensed, get good at it, start having some success, and then you can make a real qualified decision to say, okay, now it just doesn't make sense anymore to keep my job. I can make too much money doing this, but now you've developed the skill, you have hopefully built up some savings, and imagine at that moment getting rid of that 9-to-5 when you have the skill set, you have the knowledge, and you have the proof that you've been able to go out and do this and save a bunch of money. That's when you go all in. So that's just a little advice. Can you sell life insurance with a 9-to-5? Absolutely you can. If you're looking to sell life insurance with a 9-to-5, then be sure to fill out the link below to learn more about Summit Life Group, because we can help you as a brand new agent become a top producer. So come join the Lifestyle IMO. Let's help you create a business and help you become a top producer.